answers, you said, I've never been one to take advice on how to write or how to approach the process of writing. Can you expand upon that?
Well, I've never looked at writing as such a formal kind of thing that it required, somebody to come in and tell me this is the approach that you need to take. This is the style that you need to do. That seems artificial to me. It seems like that would be awkward to incorporate somebody else's style and make that mine in terms of writing. Writing has always seemed kind of a really, personal thing. You do it under certain circumstances, and it's like a lot of other things. You do it under certain circumstances, and you create your own environment, and just all the, all the logistics of what it takes to, in terms of place and time and circumstance to write. That, I maybe felt confident enough, even from when I was a kid, with writing, that I just didn't feel the necessity of taking somebody else's opinion. I've always assumed that somebody else's opinion about how to approach writing is just their opinion. Writing seems like it's like other things. Being a teacher, if somebody tells you how to do it, well, that might work for them, but it might not work for you. So I've just always felt like it's just an individual kind of thing.
When you say, even when I was a kid, I felt that way, at what point do you remember feeling that way?
Well, I can remember liking to write even as a kid, and that's without any instruction that I remember on how to do that. Again, I think writing, the basic wiring of it, I think you either have the skill set or you don't. I don't think you can teach just anybody how to write to the level that I do. I mean, everybody can write something. I mean, putting words on paper is writing technically, but for me, writing is something that requires a skill set beyond the norm, if that makes sense. I don't.
Can you describe that skill set?
There's a natural rhythm to writing, at least for me. In other words, I can write something and not be self-conscious writing it at the time, but then look back and read it, and it either has the right rhythm, which is my rhythm, my perception of rhythm, or it doesn't. And if I read my writing or anybody else's writing, and I feel it just doesn't have a rhythm that I'm comfortable with, then it won't project as writing that I feel good about, in terms of personally for me.